Hello students, today we are going to start with third lesson, that is charts in Excel. We are not starting with second lesson. The reason is that you have it only for project. Okay, so let's begin with charts in Excel. So what do you mean by charts? In Microsoft Excel, a chart is often called as graph. We have seen different type of graphs. Okay, there are column graph, bar graph, and many more graph which you are going to study. Okay, so we call it as charts or graph. So it is nothing but a visual representation of data from a worksheet that can bring more understanding to the data than just looking at the numbers. If I tell you to compare two numeric numbers or population of two countries, anything, if it is in pictorial form or you have a proper visual representation, you can understand better from that. Okay. Next, a chart is powerful tool that allows you to visually display data. Okay, so the data is displayed in such a way that whatever you want to tell someone, whatever you want to show someone, maybe a comparison, maybe a growth or a decrease in some sale, anything you can show from this visual display. So there are different types of charts we have. We have bar chart, column chart, pie chart, line, area, donut, scatter, surface, and many more. So let's see one by one. Now, before understanding what is chart and how it is made, you should know the names of each and every section of the chart. Okay, so this is a complete chart. What we get. Okay, so let us understand one by one. Okay, so at the top you can see this chart title. Okay, so this is a title I have given. How do you like the product? This is my title. Of course you can change the title and you can keep it relevant to your chart. Okay, so it is called as chart title. How to get it, that we are going to see in coming lectures, but we will just remember the names this time. Okay, then this yellow color line you can see at the border. Okay, this complete the backside is called as chart area. So basically it is area on which we plot the chart. Okay, a chart is plotted. So chart area includes all the areas and objects in the chart. So this is called as chart area. You can see this chart area. Okay, after chart area, you can see this pink color line, the border, pink color border. Okay, so the complete area till that is called as plot area. Okay, so plot area is a window within the chart area. So plot area is within the chart area and it contains actual chart itself, and it also includes some other things like data series, data labels, etc., that we are going to see. But first just make it clear that first we have chart area, and on chart area we have plot area. Okay, then you can see this horizontal lines. Okay, these horizontal lines are called as grid lines. Okay, uh, then you can see this x-axis and y-axis. Now I have written here the name x-axis and y-axis, but you have to remember that x-axis is here, a note is there at the bottom of the chart. X-axis is also called as category axis and y-axis is called as value axis. So you have to learn this very properly, that whenever I say that look at category axis, it should come to your mind that it is x-axis, and whenever I say use the value axis, it should come to your mind that it is y-axis. So we have xy axis, that is category, and value axis. So just remember that. Okay, then we have these bars. You can see these bars of blue color, light blue color. Okay, so these are called as data series. So data series is very important part, because looking at that data series you can identify the growth or maybe decreasing thing what you have got. Okay, so the comparisons are done basically depending on this data series. And you can also add these labels, this 400, 300. These are the labels which are given to the data series. Okay, so basically all these are the sections, and you can change these sections. For example, chart title or color of data series, that everything we are going to see that how to edit this or format this in coming sections. Okay, but these are important sections which you have to remember. Clear? Now, there are different types of chart, as I have told you. So very first is bar chart. Okay, now what is bar chart? It displays the data in form of long rectangular rod called as bars. Okay, now before proceeding, I will just show you the picture. Can you see this chart? Okay, you can see the horizontal lines. The lines are horizontal. Okay, and we have X and Y axis, that is category and value axis, and we have horizontal bars. So if it is horizontal bars, it should come to your mind that, it is a bar chart. So a bar chart is horizontal version of a column chart. Bar chart and column chart both are very similar to each other. The difference is that column chart is always have vertical data series, while bar chart has horizontal data series. Okay, so this is a differentiation point which you have to remember. Use a bar chart if you have a large text labels. For example, if I tell you to compare the population, column chart or bar chart can be a good choice. Okay, or if you're taking a poll of yes and no, which you can also see in news, so it is a good choice to take this kind of bars. So categories are on vertical axis and values are on horizontal. It is displayed in 2D and 3D form. So while doing practicals, we are going to see this 2D and 3D, and the practicals will be very easy. Even if I instruct you from here, you can do the practicals. They are very simple. So we can have 2D charts as well as 3D charts. And comparison is the important thing for which these bars can be used. Okay, comparative study. So these are 2D bar charts which you can see. Okay, and one more thing I want to tell you, at this right side, okay, where it is written total marks, subject 2, subject 1, can you see this? So these are called as legends. Okay, so these colors, these names, what we have taken is legend. So what you can see in this chart, that there are different students name written here, Seema, Yusuf, Maria, and so on. Okay, and these are the marks, 20, 40, 60, 80, these are the marks. So this chart we have name versus marks, and the data series shows that how much everyone has scored. So let's see the Seema's marks first, subject 1, subject 2, and total marks. So you can see that in subject 1 she has scored 90, subject 2 she has scored 34, and her total is 124. Okay, so likewise you can see her marks of different subjects also, and you can compare two students marks also. Okay, so this thing which is given total marks subject 1 subject 2 is called as legends. So legends show the names and colors of each data series. Okay, and obviously I have taken here a design of blue color, so it appeared in blue color, but obviously you can change the color whatever you want, and we are going to see how you can do that. But first you have to understand what are the charts and what are different types of charts very properly. Okay, so I hope this is clear. This is 2D bar chart and this is 3D bar chart. It is a similar kind, but you can see it is in cylindrical form. You also have cone or other shapes of charts, and you can try it. Okay, but I have just shown you that this is 3D bar, and you can easily find the difference between 2D and 3D. It looks like 3D. Okay, so again we have legends on one side and we have horizontal bars. Okay, because it is a bar chart. Then comes column chart. Column chart is a vertical bar. Okay, I have written here horizontal, but yes, it is a vertical bar. I will just change it. Yes, so it is vertical bar. I will start again. And the purpose of column chart is same as it is for bar chart. Column charts are used to compare values on vertical axis and category on horizontal axis, and it is very easy to understand. Okay, so just difference between bar chart and column chart is the horizontal and vertical data series which it has. So you can see this is a 3D column chart which I have shown. It is a rectangular rod like things. So you can see legend is there in the right side, and again I have shown you subject 1, subject 2, and total marks. Okay, so you can see that it is a 2D column chart. So difference is given here. In bar chart, category variables are placed on the vertical axis. In column chart, category variables are placed in horizontal axis. Okay, so this is the main difference. The data is represented in bars extending to right from the vertical axis, and data is represented in bars extending upward from the horizontal axis. So it goes vertical, it goes horizontal. That's it. Next comes pie chart. So it displays the data in form of circle. Pie chart is always in a form of circle. So circle is divided into segment. Okay, circle is divided into segment. I will just show you first the chart. See, this is a pie chart. And do you remember where you have seen this such kind of chart? If you are watching a cricket, to display the score of a team, you have oftenly seen such type of chart. Okay, so pie chart, it displays in a form of circle. Circle is divided into segment. Each segment shows the size of each item. Okay, so what does that mean? If you look at this circle, it has different segments. So Seema has one segment, Peter has one segment, and you can see that how much it occupies of 23% Seema has occupied of this complete circle. Okay, Ria has occupied 19, right? So it can display only one data series at a time. Okay, this is very important, and this is how pie chart is different, that it can use only one data series. For example, in bar chart and column chart, we have used subject 1, subject 2, subject 3 also we can add. But here in pie chart, it should have only one data series. For example, name of the cricketers and their score. So score will be only one data series which will be occupied. Okay, so it works best with a small number of values. So if your values are small, pie chart is a good choice. So this one is 2D pie chart and this one is 3D pie chart. Again, these are the legends. So I hope this is very clear to you. Next come donut chart. Okay, now donut chart is also similar to pie chart, but it has some additional features. It displays sections of circles like pie chart. So like pie chart, it is also in a circle form. So this is a donut chart which you can see, and you can see the shape, like it is like a donut which we eat. Okay, so it may have more than one data series. Now again, this is a differentiation point between pie chart and donut chart, that donut chart may have more than one data series while pie chart has only one data series. Okay, so each data series add to a ring to the chart. It looks like a ring, and as we start increasing the data series, one more ring is added. Now see, here I have taken scores of two teams, or scores of two matches of a same team. So as I'm increases number of matches, this ring is also increased. So you can see here are two rings. So if I increase one data series, one more ring will be added to this. Okay, so the first data series is displayed in the center of the chart. So this which is at the center is my first data series. This which is at outer center is my second data series. And if I try to add one more data series, the circle will be the outer layer of this. Okay, so I can have multiple data series here, while in pie chart I cannot have, and that is the difference between pie chart and donut chart. It contains only one data series, it contains multiple data series. If two series is to be compared, two pie charts are required. So if I want to compare two series, I would require two pie charts. But in donut charts, if I want to compare two series, one donut chart is sufficient for that. Okay, so these are the difference. Next come line chart. Line chart, of course, as the name suggests, it is in a form of line. So line charts are used to display trend over time. Okay, now what do you mean by trend over time? That we are going to see in example. So can you see this above table? Okay, so what you can see in above table, suppose we have laptop, table, laptop, tablet and desktops. And this is the sales, January, February, March, and these are the sales which has taken place. So you can see in January it was 45, tablet was 76 and desktop was 85. Likewise, this chart is there. Okay, now just see in January, this last line stands for laptop. So how many laptops we were having? 45. So see the mouse cursor where I have pointed. This value is 45. Okay, so this was the total sale of the laptop. Now if I want to see the tablet, okay, that was 76. So as I'm looking in January, 76 starts from this pointer. Okay, जहां से लैपटॉप खत्म हो रहा है वहां से टैबलेट शुरू हो रहा है. So likewise I will have my pointer from 45 and add 76 to it, and here starts my second line, that is of tablet. Now desktops are 88. So where the laptop ends, or from there I will start counting the desktop. So you can see my last line here is 209. Okay, my last line here ends with 209 as I'm getting sum as 209. I hope this is clear. 45 plus 76 plus 88. Okay, so in January my total sale was 209. So you can see this sale is 209. In February it was 186. So you can see that it is 186, and how it has grown from 23 to 87 to 186. Okay, so we can see this. So that's why I can say that line charts are used to display trend over time. Okay, as we pass from January to February to March. Okay, so what is the trend, how it has gone up or how the sales have decreased, that we can see from line. On line chart we have text labels, dates, or a few numeric labels in horizontal line. So on horizontal line we can have text labels or we can have numeric data as per the table given. It is similar to plotting a graph on XY axis. Normally also in maths graph you have plotted the lines. Okay, it is similar to that. It is generally used to represent a high volume data. Okay, high volume data. Now here to show you the example, I have taken only 45, 76, 88 figures, but you can think of that if I'm talking about a Lenovo laptop or HP or Dell laptop, how much sales it takes place in 1 month, it is in thousands and lakhs. Okay, so if I want to compare or if I want to represent a large data volume, line chart is a better option. Just remember this. Okay, now see this wildlife population. So wildlife population, it may go in lakhs and crores. So at that time we can use such type of lines. Then comes area chart. Now area chart is very similar to line chart. Area chart is very similar to line chart. Then what is this difference? Area chart is a line chart with the areas below the lines filled with the color. Areas below the lines filled with the color. Okay. So we are going to see it has a greater visual impact than a line chart. So your impact is very high here. Just assuming the picture that we have a line and everything is colored, we can have a greater impact. We use stacked area chart to display the contribution of each value of total over time. Again, as we use a line chart to see the trend across the time, area chart is also used for the same. It can use to show changes appearing over a time. Okay, so just remember that line chart and area chart is similar thing. Difference is that when we say area, so line ke niche ka sara area, it is colored form. It is in colored form. So I don't have any okay, you can just I will show you a slide containing area chart later. You can just go with the definition right now. Okay, then comes radar chart. So it looks similar to a spider net. It looks similar to a spider net. You can see this. Okay, it is like a spider net. It is used to visualize multivariate data, and it compare aggregate value of several data series. Aggregate value of several data series. Okay, so radar chart, I have just given a good example here. Can you see the names I have written here? Sour, spicy, sweet, salty. Okay, so what are these names? It's just imagine there is a scenario where you are comparing or you are judging two different recipes. Two different recipes. Now, how you are going to judge two different recipes? Depending on its taste. Okay, its taste is sour or its taste is spicy, its taste is sweet. So what you are going to do? You will eat both the recipe. You will taste both the recipes and you will give them marks. Okay, which one is more sour, which one is spicy, which one is sweet, and depending on that, you are giving marks out of 5. Okay, and as you are giving the marks, depending on that, we are drawing this radar chart. Okay, so you can see that A and B has got here 2 marks for sour and A has got 5 for sour. For salty, B has scored 4 marks while this has scored 3 marks. Okay, so likewise you can compare different elements different elements. So I can say that it is used to visualize multivariate data. Okay, so this is a radar chart. Then comes XY scatter chart. This chart always have two value axis. Now just remember, XY is also called a scatter chart. This is a multiple choice question which is always asked. So XY or scatter, the name is same. Okay. So this chart has two value axis, X and Y. The main thing you have to remember here is X axis is independent here, while Y axis is dependable on X. Again, I'm repeating, and you can also read it from on the screen. X axis is independent variable, while Y axis is dependent on X axis. The chart combines those values into a single and display those points at the intersection of X and Y. So what we are doing here, as we are taking two values, we are marking the dots at X and Y intersection. So we are finding the intersection and then the relationship. So the picture is blur here, but you can try to capture. Suppose in month of January, uh, advertising cost was $45 and item sold was 15. So naturally item and advertising are depending on each other. Advertising is X variable here, while Y is item sold. Okay, and they have a relationship that if $45 is advertising cost, item sold is 50. Okay, so this is the graph plot at the point of intersection of X and Y. We have plotted the dots. Okay, so you can see it from this. So I hope this is clear. Next is bubble chart. Now from here, 2-3 charts are remaining. Only theory and definitions you have to study. You don't need to draw the graph here, or it would not be asked for any practical. For practical exam, you have only basic charts. Okay, like a column, bar, pie, donut, area, line. These are there for practicals. Others you just have to go through their theory. Okay, so bubble charts are different because both axes of a bubble chart are numeric. This is main thing you have to remember. X and Y, both things have to be numeric. So you cannot take one name of the students and their marks. We cannot take this. Bubble chart, both of the things have to be numeric, and then both of them are placed in category and value axis. So you can see here unit sold and total sales. These both are the things which we have, which we are plotting. So you cannot see this east, west, north, south on X and Y axis. Okay, both of them are numerical. Then where you can see this regions, east, west, north, south, ye kahan likha hai? It is not plotted on X and Y axis. It is plotted here on the bubbles. And you can see these bubbles are of different size. So its size depends on this profitability. Okay, you can see that north have 35% profitability. So you can see the circle or the bubble of this north is greatest. Okay, and the west profitability is 23. Okay, sorry, south profitability is 20. So south wala jo bubble hai, it is the smallest one. Okay, so it is a different kind of chart you have to remember, where X and Y, both of them have a numeric value, and the names east, west, north, south, it is given to the bubbles, and bubbles is plotted as per the third column which is given. So you don't have this chart for your practical. You just look at this chart and compare it with the theory points. Okay, just to understand that what is bubble chart. Then this is a stock chart. Again, stock chart, there will be no more questions asked. You just have to remember that stock chart is a type of column chart only. And very important, it is used to show the stock and shares, the share market, the stocks, the profit you are getting. All these things you can show with the stock chart. Also the fluctuation of temperature, that also you can see, you can show using stock chart. So for stock shares or fluctuation of daily temperatures, we are using stock chart, and it is in a column chart, in a form of column chart. So yes, so the next, you just have to remember the definition of stock chart. That's it. Next one is spark line. Now there could be a question on spark line. Sparkline is a tiny charts. It is very small charts in a worksheet, and it provides a good visual display. And Sparkline is used to show trends in a series of value. If we have series of value, we can use such type of charts, and I will show you how to use it. But first, look at this three things which I have written over here. Okay, column, line, and win and loss. You can see easily at the insert tab in Excel. I will show you how to plot it in next lecture. You just have to remember the names right now: column, line, and win loss. Okay, these three types of graphs you can look. This is a column, this is a line, and this is win loss. Now I will show you the example. Okay, so you can see this is only one chart. Sorry, this is only one table. Okay, and depending on one table, at the end of each row, this chart is drawn. So this is line, okay, this is column, and this is win loss. So column chart or bar chart, different generally different type of charts are drawn from a table, but this Sparkline is unique chart. Here we can draw many charts at the end of the series. Okay, so for each series we can choose one chart. So I have taken two example here. So you can see this second example also, that product quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. This is only one row. And for this one row, one win-loss sparkline chart I have used. Now instead of win-loss sparkline, we can also use different type like line, like column. Okay, column chart we can use. So there are three types of sparkline charts: column, line, and win-loss, and it is used in one row, each row. Okay, again, you don't have it for practical, so you just remember that Sparkline is a tiny chart in a worksheet cell that provides a visual representation of data. Okay, and where we can use it: seasonal increase or if we want to show the seasonal increase or decrease of a product, or economic cycles, or or we have to highlight some maximum or minimum values if we want to show the polls of who had win and who had lost. Okay, likewise, if we want to show something, we can go for a sparkline chart. Okay, so I hope I have tried to cover most of the charts. If you want to find anything else about chart, you can Google it and you can see. You just put name of any chart and you can watch videos or you can get the information. Also, I have given you PDF. Go through it, and you will get information about each and every chart there. I'm also sharing one video with this video. You can go through that video to understand charts more betterly. Okay. In next session, I will tell you how to make chart and how to format it. Today, I have discussed just about charts. You should know the name. You should know the type. You should know how which chart is called by what name and where it is used, how it is used. That concept should be clear. Still, if you have any confusion regarding this, please contact me personally. You can send messages to me. You can call me personally. Okay, if you have any doubts. First, go through the PDF and then watch the video very properly. Okay, your concepts will be clear. Don't worry. Have a good day, everyone. Stay safe, stay home.